Hi everybody, welcome to Table It. Today we're going to be making a faux pulled pork sandwich. The weather's getting nicer outside here in southern Ontario, so we thought we'd give you a nice healthy alternative if you want something that's vegetarian or you just don't want to go and buy pork. So let's get into it. We're using 5 shredded carrots here. So if you're going to undertake this, maybe use a food processor unless you've got some extra time.
Or you want to like really build up your bicep, that would take like forever.
Absolutely. We have onions as well. We're going to be finishing it off with some cabbage. We'll get to that later. I went ahead and pre-made the barbecue sauce. The recipe for all of this, including the sauce, is in the link down below, so be sure and check that out. And we just have some olive oil. So the first step, really easy. We set our oven already to 400 degrees. We're just going to spread the carrot and onions on the tray, coat it in olive oil, and then we're going to throw it in the oven and we'll come back and check. Mix the barbecue sauce that was prepared earlier in with the pulled carrot. And you'll never know the difference.
So they tell us.
That's what they say. You don't want it to be too saucy, so just pour until
use your best judgment.
Everything is coated equally.
This recipe has some sweetness to it, but you used like 1 whole habanero, I think it was?
Yes, in the sauce. So it's quite spicy, but again, you can adjust it to what you like. You don't even have to have habanero in it if you don't want to.
And just needs some mixing, but I think we're pretty much good.
Now the buns that we're using, I whipped up last night. Again, recipe in the link down below. They're just a simple white, smaller bun. We went with sliders as opposed to full-size buns. It's also a little bit of a denser bread, so if you prefer something that has more air to it, like a Kaiser roll, feel free to use that as well. But I like a nice piece of bread when I'm eating a sandwich like this.
And you can also go to a local bakery if you don't want to make it yourself. So what we're going to do is just take one of these buns, and I think I could probably use the scoop here. And it is quite orange, but I mean, that looks really good. I'm just going to use my fingers to plate that. And then you can put some cabbage on top.
Give it a little color.
Let's move this down here. Give some crunch, give it some color. Again, cabbage is really good for you as well. Carrots, by the way, carrots are fantastic for your health. We all know that they're good for your eyes. They can actually help with macular degeneration. They are full of vitamin C, so they're good if you're getting a cold or anything like that. Great for your immune system. Great, they stabilize your blood sugar, high in fiber, and they're really sweet, so kids tend to like them too. I think if this didn't have a lot of spice in it, if you cut back on the spice, this would be a very kid-friendly recipe.
I don't cut back on the spice.
No, but you're not feeding kids.
No, I'm not.
So, but it's it's pretty easy. You just throw it in the oven and you're good to go. So I think the next step is to table it. Did you hear that? I didn't shower today.
Oh, hang on a second.